Bwala, if you talk about Trump, leave Obi or Obasanjo, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Which one be Obi contacted you to do what? Instead of you to talk about other things, it's Obi that you are concentrating on.
Peter Obi contacted Obasanjo to persuade me to join his 2023 presidential campaign, says Bwala. Which Bwala? Daniel Bwala. Abeg liar. Daniel Bwala, special advisor to President Bola Tinubu on policy communication, has claimed that Labour Party presidential candidate in 2023 election, Peter Obi, asked former President Olusegun Obasanjo to reach out to him after the All Progressive Congress APC presidential primary election to convince him to work with Obi's campaign. Bwala made the claim in an interview with the Clarity Zone podcast while responding to remarks allegedly attributed to Obi, in which the former Anambra State governor reportedly described him as a character. According to Bwala, Obi's description did not offend him, insisting that the term character aptly describes Obi himself. Are you not a character? Are you a character? In a movie, actor is a character, isn't he? Bwala said he's actually the character in chief. Facing this on the talk, Bwala accused Obi of engaging in what he described as political theatrics. What is plain is what we call theatrics, Bwala said. You are demonstrating a fictitious picture of a reality that will never exist. I think that is the hope he sold to his people. Daniel Bwala, you are not okay. He further alleged that Obi's supporters became disillusioned after the election, claiming they were unable to cope with what he described as the collapse of the fantasy surrounding Obi's candidacy. Which fantasy? Which fantasy? Bwala. So after the election, when they saw reality done and he lost the election, Bwala, you know that he didn't lose the election. You know that he did not lose the election. So stop this rubbish that you are saying. They couldn't manage the picture of the fantasy that was painted in their mind and they ran bisak. Iwolo ran bisak. Bwala said, accusing Obi supporter of roaming social media to attack critics. They don't have a particular platform where they stay. They just go to everybody's page. They abuse you here. They migrate, abuse people, he added. Bwala also criticized Obi's leadership record as governor of Anambra State, insisting that his comments were based on verifiable facts rather than personal attacks. I never intended to insult him, Bwala said. It was a fact that can either be substantiated or debunked. He alleged that during Obi's tenure, doctors in Anambra State embarked on strikes due to poor funding and working conditions. So now today doctors they go on strike. Is it only during Obi's tenure that doctors has gone on strike? During this Buhari's tenure, how many people has gone on strike? How many times has doctors, nurses gone on strike? What are you saying? And accused Obi of prioritizing savings over infrastructure development. At least he's saving it. And we saw that he actually saved the money and he left the money in the purse of the state. You people that you are not doing anything and yet there is no infrastructure anywhere, you are not saving, you are still borrowing more money. So what's the difference? Is Obi not better? Bwala. I beg, I said it was all about saving money rather than investing in infrastructure. Which infrastructure? Bwala said, and the worst part is that even the money that he saved in a bank to which he was a chairman. He said, that's a lie, Bwala. You are obviously lying. Bwala further alleged that Obi avoided answering questions about whether he was the chairman of the bank in question and whether he benefited from dividends arising from state deposits. When you asked him the question, he ran away from answering whether he was a chairman or not, he claimed. Responding to Obi's alleged assertion that he had never visited Anambra State, Bwala dismissed the claim as false, insisting he was familiar with the area. You are familiar with the area. I will carry your lie, come off from my face. I can tell you the road that leads to his house, Bwala said, naming several communities in Anambra and other parts of the southeast to buttress his point. On his claims about being contacted to work with Obi, Bwala said the outreach was made through Obasanjo while he was abroad. The day former President Olusegun Obasanjo, whom I never had his contact from Adam, called me. I was in London, Bwala said. I was about entering the tube station, He was in Trasco Hilton with Peter Obi and Dati when the call was made for me to come and work with him, he said. Insisted that his claims were verifiable and named an ambassador who allegedly facilitated the communication. I'm calling names, Bwala said. So what's there? If they call you to come and be their whatever, to speak for them, and you did not do it. So what's the big deal there? I don't understand. What's the big deal there? They called you to come and work for them. Did you work for them? No. Okay. good riddance to bad rubbish. What do you have? You have verifiable ambassadors. What's our business with that? You are calling names. Bele. I didn't say spirit and angels. I'm calling names. So they called you to come and work for them. Okay, you probably have been called by the president to come and work for him, because obviously we saw the things that you did by moving from PDP to APC, pretending that you were working for Atiku, meanwhile you were working for Tinubu and all of that. What's the big deal there? I don't understand. Bwala concluded that by saying he was unbothered by Obi's alleged remarks, reiterating that the issue he raised were substantive and deserved answers rather than name calling. Which issue did you raise? Baba, go and sit down, Jare. Go and sit down. Ojonimi says, anywhere dollar and naira day, that is your place. That time it was Atiku dollar, today is baht. Don't mind him. Probably he knows that Obi cannot pay the kind of money that he wants. He says he's saving money. You know that he will not dash him money. That's why you did not work for him. I beg. Jesus must say at least he didn't pay you, Abi. He didn't pay you to come and join, Abi. That's what you thought. You know they give shishi. You know they give shishi. John Francis says, "We're no twins." I'm telling you, darling, is anywhere belle face now one. Exalted Humble says, "Dear chosen one, when the attacks keep coming from all angles, watch you are closer to your destiny." Okay. Now make her say, is it a crime? Do you get man? Is it a crime? It's not a crime to say, oh, come and work for me. I cannot work for you. Simple and short. What's there? Why are you talking as if it's a big deal that they called you to come and work for Peter Obi? Chibike say, and so I wonder, like he's saying something that is a big deal. The Don says political job, man. Abadu says, and so. Abadu says, that's not a big issue. You can be persuaded. It's not wrong. They can persuade you to come and work for them. And if you say no, okay, no problem. Mohammed says, Bwala, just close your mouth there and be drinking your coffee in that office. Just shut up. Who is talking? Festus says, and then, just as even someone without political experience knows that you are bad news. For a person who isn't serious about the country's progress, seaweed is the type of crowd they surround themselves with. A serious leader doesn't need weed. In fact, they pull them out if they find them. Sunday says, what electoral value does Daniel Bwala has, if not because APC is the ruling party in Borno State? Daniel Bwala cannot deliver his polling unit for APC. Don't mind him. Efulefo has spoken, no be small Efulefo. Jar TV says, of what relevance is Bwala? I wonder. Gilio says, and so what? And so what? Tony Khan said, did you join? You didn't join, so what are you saying? You are calling names, you are mentioning names. What should we now do with that information? Baba, day one, please. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.